Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Reassembly with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the mighty Beathrix Empire. Today, we are actually going to try and make our new design, but first, I would like to actually get some more ship resource available to us, so I'm going to get one more upgrade, and then we're going to go into the designer and actually make something a bit more, well, less like a blob with shields on, even though the blobs with shields is actually doing pretty well right now. There we go. Hopefully that might actually straight away get us... We can! Excellent, there we are. So we've already got the extra bonus. I think I'll be starting from scratch, honestly. So, bigger ships. So the big reason why this faction tends to have much larger ships than the others, well, at least with player designs, if nothing else, is because the thrusters are much more powerful for the ship resource given than the other factions are, meaning that much larger ships can still be somewhat maneuverable, which tends to be a good thing. So, with that in mind, let's get started. First of all, let's just plonk down some... Just put down a block of armor so I have like a place to start with. Also, kind of indicating how big this thing's going to be by just having this much armor right here. And I'm straight away going to put did it again. I always think that's the biggest because I've been playing with other factions which only have the 2 sets of growth, whereas this one has 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the third one. There we go. Let's put them back in, shall we? In fact, let's mirror it and have blocks everywhere. Blocks of happiness and joy, even if they do look a bit like blocks of cheese. Happy, happy cheese. Okay, so how are we going to do this then? Well, obviously the heavy bodywork's heavier, so that's better armor-wise. These have 2,000 health each, which is quite nice. So how are we going to do it? That's the big question, really, isn't it? I think we're going to have to be using the larger subsystems if for no other reason than they give much longer range, and if this thing's going to be as big as it's going to be, well, that would be nice. Now, I'm not sure if the tractor beams actually explode or not. I know multiple items in this faction do. That can go there. That can go there. This can be deleted. This can go here, this can go here, and then it's back to how it was meant to be. Excellent, okay. So the big questions are, how are we going to do the thrusters, and what kind of weapons are we going to stick to? Obviously, currently we've got a lot of point defense in the very center, which is nice, even if, of course, a lot of the range is being used up by the actual body of the ship, which is not good. But it's still a nice bit of point defense there, even if these are a bit... they're not that great, honestly. They're just kind of cool looking to their size and everything, which is nice, We don't really want explosives here, but we are going to probably stick with drones, because drones have kind of become my thing right now. So let's put the first weapon in already. We don't need the root, obviously, because that's useless unless you're trying to build a building. Yay for us figuring out how to build that. However, will the root actually fit there? Do we want it there just for health? I mean, it won't do anything otherwise. It'll just act as a piece of armor if it's not in the correct place and everything. So sure, just bits of armor there for reasons that armor is kind of cool and stuff. I do like armor. Armor tends to protect you and make you less likely to die. So how are we going to do it? Now, how are we going to do it? That's the big question, honestly. As you might imagine. Don't know why I've got an idea of having it like little rivets all the way down, but that'd be silly because it'd be very, very difficult to actually make the squares to come out, or any shape really to actually get out. Right, let's put a couple of shields there. Put a couple of shields. We could do... the shape would be a bit wrong though, the size is wrong. I was thinking we could perhaps put like another layer of this, because that would provide a lot of armor. However, the big problem is it'll be slightly askew from that, which isn't the nice... actually, that looks alright to me. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. So that's kind of the core section there, and it kind of looks like it's curving-ish. You can kind of get away with that, and I think I will say I'm getting away with that. And then what we could do is have this section here for thrusters, giving us a nice position there, which we could very easily protect. Again, with these thrusters being a lot more powerful than you might imagine for their size and cost, because again, that's just what the faction does, which makes sense when you think about these. We have to have the smaller thrusters there if we want to put them in like that, but I would like the biggest one to be perfectly center so it's not used in turning. So we have to have these if we want to keep the shape, and I'm okay with that. It's less efficient, obviously. Smaller thrusters are never as efficient as the bigger thrusters, at least what I found. I'm not really going to check. Okay, let's have a quick check numbers. For 6 you get 60, for 9 you get over double, so obviously, yeah, these are far less effective per cost, but I'm actually okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. So that should be enough to turn forward, anyway. To move forward, to turn forward, to do movie stuff and things. The 2 end pieces can be shields, followed by a bit of bodywork. And then let's just... Oh, there's actually bodywork in that shape. Wait. There's light bodywork in this shape, but there's not heavy bodywork in this shape? Really? That's odd. Let's save this for a second. Just for a tick. Just to make sure I don't lose anything. Is there not heavy bodywork in that shape? Doesn't seem to be. Unless I'm not seeing it. Okay. Oop. Back to building then. turn with what's going to be turning into a drone boat anyway. A drone carrier. A drone launcher? A drone man? Drone man. Okay, let's see how it moves. Save it for a second. Go into it and test. Versus Spider. Of course we are pure point defense, so this isn't going to go too well, but... Oh yeah, one drone. Yeah, but that's weird lasers too. Well, we win. We are a brawler. Well, right now we are anyway. Movement-wise, it seems okay. Certainly seems more agile than the spider we're fighting. I don't like how these things end. They end too blockily. What if I did this? Can it go any bigger than it is currently? No. Be nice if it could go one bigger. Still better than ending as a block, I think, though. Delete that, put that there. Like this. Do the same on the other side. Okay, so it's on both sides. Okay, that looks better to me, particularly when you zoom out. And then the same on the other wing. Okay, so that's not really a huge thing, really. I mean, we've only added a few bits of point defense here and there, and because of our almost unlimited energy from the command module, that much ship resource, I mean, even if it only helps us out occasionally, it really isn't too bad. Could have... See, I do want more... I just feel that if you do something, you have to do it to at least an extent, to a point where it's useful. And sometimes that is more the extreme. So if I go into point defense, I tend to go a bit more, oh, well, I've already got some point defense, so I may as well do, you know, whatever. Oh, there's no comparable ships. Darn it. Damn you! To the darkest pits of hell. Do we want doom beams? I mean, we could have doom beams on the front just for fun. Could go into some laser weaponry, even if not much, just pop them on there, just for fun. Could do, but I think we'd have to have a section for it. Well, to be fair, of course, remember, these are explosive. These are explosive, so we could put them in here perhaps, so at least it's a couple of pieces of armour in. And obviously the smaller ones have larger DPS than the larger ones, if you stack them. By a fair margin as well. Put it on the side. Oh, that, okay, put it there. I mean, that's a lot of damage per second, but the range is a bit poor. And by a bit poor, I mean, the range is extraordinarily poor. And I do feel like I'm strapping a box of explosives to myself. Why does that fit there, but not there? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Because obviously I've done something wrong. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, these are attached to the inside. Oh, that's not good, though. Because then all of that is attached to one block. Which is that. So if that tractor beam with only 50 health gets destroyed, the entire segment breaks off. But it does mean I can put some armor behind it, which then helps to protect the subsystems and everything behind it, and thus negates some of the negatives of having them there. Okay, well, if I'm going to do that, well, I'm obviously going to have to swap it out for a heavy block at least. So at least I'm quadrupling the health plus a little bit extra. That's kind of got to happen. If I'm doing that, that's got to happen. So, I'm happy with as it is. It looks quite insectoid, which I like. I don't think I'm happy with the back just yet, but again, we've got another 2000p to work with soon, so that's obviously going to need to be reworked anyway, so it's not really a massive point of concern for me, really. So should I just put some more drones in? I mean, that wouldn't really hurt, I guess. Can these really go there? Can that drone still get out? I mean, I hope it can, but it's still cool to have. That'd be cool if that works. We'll put them there and hope. Okay. So let's begin the transformation as soon as I'm somewhere safe. Which I already am. Excellent. Just put some drones out for a bit of added protection so I can actually fight back when I'm transforming. And the slow process of turning into something else begins. Okay, so we're almost completely finished. I've made a couple of small changes, including to remember to add a few back thrusters at the back, just so I can do some really minor movements. But I've also changed the colour of some of the armour, so it looks like almost like honeycomb on the wings, which I quite like. I don't like how it ends yet, but I'm happy enough with it for now, but I'm going to look into changing that. And I think I've got a way, but I'm not going to say it yet because I'm still not certain. Look how slowly it moves backwards. But, you know, it's got some backwards movement, which I'll change once I have some more ship resource. Oh, I'm currently in keyboard turning and completely forgot about that. Let's just change it back. There we go. That's my usual way of moving. So it moves absolutely fine. As you can see, it doesn't really have any issue with actually moving around and transversing the universe. I'm not happy with the back. I'm not happy with the sides. But I'm happy with the craft as a whole. And the fact it can definitely take more damage because of its increased armor also certainly helps. So where do we need to go? So there's a little course, if you don't know how these work, they have a really, really powerful thrust for the first few moments. I'm not sure exactly how long it is, but it's like about a second or less, and then it quickly drains to being quite weak. They're still functional, but they're, as you can see, about half the strength as a regular thruster after the initial boost is done. So having them on turning is pretty good. Having them on things like, let's say, regular forward thrust is terrible, since that's going to be on so much, it's just going to get in the way, having them so weak. Okay, that should be better. Let's exit that and let's see what happens once it's fully loaded again. Okay, it seems like they're all pretty much loaded. Let's see. Yeah, turning is... Oh, wow, the turning is much better. Although I do have the issue of those maneuver thrusters now being part of the forward thrust as well if I'm going straight, which is causing the rocking, which is interesting. Wow. Fast, very maneuverable. That is so much better. But of course, like I say, now I do have the problem with the maneuvers being part of the regular, so it's a bit more difficult to control. Still very cool when they go on, as you can see. Also leave a beautiful pink trail, which the regulars don't. Yeah, turning's absolutely fine now. I won't have an issue with this at all. So there you go, turning's been solved. We'll have to fix other things as we go, but I'm happy with this. It's a little bit of lag because of the amount of shots being shot at us, and we're done. So thank you so much for watching, Threats. I'll be messing around with this design off camera and having a quick look if there is any asymmetrical elements. I'm sure there is, because, well, it's me, and I have a terrible time with this kind of thing. And next time we'll be getting ever closer to the 8000p goal. And then we'll also be discussing what will happen once I've finished all the factions, including mods, tournaments, and battling my own ships against each other for the delight of myself and possibly even you. So thank you so much for watching, have a lovely day, please do take care, and until next time, goodbye.